What's up, guys? I'm here today with Katie Hooves. We are at the new Garry Tonon Academy in the UFC gym in New Jersey. Guys, check this place out. I just got done rolling. I'm super sweaty. Shout out to all the guys that I rolled with tonight. Awesome rolls. Katie, you're going to demonstrate a badass move that you were getting ready to hit some people in comp with.
Hit some people anywhere with.
All day. You probably hit me with it over there. And like I
potentially.
Snaked out.
Potentially. Yeah, I was actually hitting this tonight. This is something that I discovered kind of on my own years ago, because I'm a female and men are heavy and strong,
boys, yeah.
And I wanted to keep them off of me, but I was always on the bottom. So I actually started doing this from side control. So I'll have you get me in side control here. And of course, we don't want people to be really heavy on us. We're on the defensive side of things. We want to create space. So I figured out a way, before they got really, really tight in here and I wasn't able to make space, I started actually catching this far side arm with my legs. So I was able to create a frame. I would turn my hips out a little bit before they got the arm locked, and I was able to catch this arm with my legs and lock this down. And it's important for you to lock the legs like this. If he tries to pull his arm out right now, he's stuck. It's a really strong hold here. So as females, we have stronger legs relative to the rest of our body. So I always try to make use of that. So I capture the far arm. This takes the pressure off of my shoulders and my chin. A lot of times when we're in side control, guys are putting a lot of pressure on the head, but here, because his arm is so far away from me, he can't really get his head over this shoulder, so I have a lot more space to work. Now from here, when I'm ready and I feel an opening, again, I have this frame in his neck, and I'm going to push his head away just enough for me to get this top leg over his head. I'm gonna lock a figure 4 here on the other side. And again, he's pretty darn stuck here. You can hold him here for a pretty long time. It can be very frustrating for guys. And you'll notice I have an isolated arm, which is a beautiful gift for me. Thank you for that, Brad.
No problem.
So we can work, I love to work Kimuras from here. You can get a reverse triangle here, but that's not something I often go for. You have to shift your hips to this other direction when you do that. But when I collected this arm, I turned my hips in this direction already. So I like to keep this here and start to expose the arm for the Kimura. So I'll just lock up a Kimura grip by grabbing his wrist here and then grabbing my own wrist. And I start to bring this up over the back. I can also get wrist locks because they're everyone's favorites. You can start to try to work an arm bar here depending on his reaction. Now a lot of people, they start to they know what's coming. Maybe they're locking their hands below or something like that, and they might start walking over top. So they bring their leg over top. Well, thank you so much, Brad, for this gift. Now I can start to work a toe hold here. So from this position, we have a number of options that we can work. And this is something that I've been able to hit from a number of positions. This is kind of where it was born from and the reason why it came to be.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. I like you were saying with the wrist lock and stuff, I feel like you could use some of those things to set up like the more high percent stuff.
Absolutely. I am a wrist locker. Admittedly, I love wrist locks, but I don't use them to break people. I use them to cause reactions, like you said. So, okay, I'm gonna go for that little wrist lock. Will they tap from that? No, probably not, but it's certainly going to make them move, and then I can catch the arm for the Kimura and start to go from there. You know, I was hitting that tonight from like a traditional Kimura setup and then like rolling through. I've just kind of been finding it from a lot of different places. So that is one of my little tricks that I like to do a lot. So,
all right. Well,
thank you for allowing me to share it.
Yeah, and thank you for the rolls tonight. That was such a good night.
Pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Make sure you guys check this place out and check out Katie.
If you're in this for like a self-defense situation, like for women,
yeah,
a lot of the reasons they come into jiu-jitsu is so they know how to protect themselves.
Definitely.
So
have you ever had to use jiu-jitsu in a real life situation? You want to tell the story? You don't have to.
Sure. Yeah, I was on a date. It was the only time I was ever on a dating app. It was when I worked in Manhattan, and I went on this date, and I knew it was weird from the get-go. And